What I've realized is that I make mistakes when I'm not educated on something. And I've seen that happen a couple times throughout my professional career. The biggest mistakes I made is when I didn't do enough research in the beginning, or I didn't kind of put knowledge in my arsenal that I could use. And then you start wasting money. So I got myself educated. We fixed the packaging. We made more money, and we bought the next round of tea, and we were able to import it successfully the next time. Maybe a year into my business, did I get myself a mentor that I could ask a ton of questions. But if I would have asked these questions ahead of time, and I did online research, but there's only so much I can get. So I'm like looking at other companies, seeing what they're doing. But if I could do it again now, I would say, who is an expert in this field? Let me go ask them 100 questions, and let me ask them a question that's open-ended, like, what did I not ask you that I should know about? So instead of leaning into the algorithm and being like, F this, I'm going to promote more and I'm going to create more revenue, I became timid and scared. And I was like, okay, well, I don't know what's happening with the algorithm. I don't know what's going on with business. So let me just pull back. And that was probably my biggest mistake. And it took me a few months to get to the level of like, no, I need to promote, I need to be aggressive, and I need to show up more by promoting myself more. And that's the only way that I can be causative over this situation and put the control back in my own hands. We have like 50 different SKUs on our website. So which of those SKUs are the ones that are bringing us the most income? Like identifying that and then running graphs and statistics on those particular SKUs and saying, wow, in June, we sold 2,000 of our detox masks. Okay, let's put the goal for July, let's sell 2,500 detox masks. Instead of looking at like, how many sales overall did Facebook bring us, looking at it in a more granular approach gives more realistic targets that you can give to people to hone in on and reach. How do I be in control of my own success? So I can do that with digital marketing. No one's going to tell me no on there. So that's what I started doing. I started like telling my own story instead of being dependent on if this person at Whole Foods was going to give me a chance. Now, fast forward 5 years later, our products are found. So our skincare, we have tea-infused skincare products. All products are found in over 1,000 Ulta Beauty stores, like physical retail stores, and on their .com. We're also found, we just got picked up by Riley Rose, Revolve Beauty, Anthropologie sells some of our products, Urban Outfitters, Vitamin World sells all of our products in over 300 locations, Lucky Vitamins. So we are now in a lot of these stores that we couldn't get in before. I really have to bring it back to me and my business partner both came from really rough upbringings, like really rough, very poor, had no money. Both of us grew up kind of taking care of our own moms as well. And that like hunger and that drive to like survive, it's like a survival instinct, is what did it for us. So like we came down off of this massive rejection and we're like, oh snap, what are we gonna do? It took us maybe 24 hours of like being stuck in that kind of depressed state of like, oh my God. And then we were like, we're just always like, let's go. Like we just lean into it. We're like, we are not agreeing with this. We choose to disagree with rejection and with no's. We're like, okay, that's fine. Let's take a detour. Like, let's do something else. As entrepreneurs, we want to do so much. We're so inspired naturally. We're like, we want to take over the world. But the fact is that until I transfer some of my daily responsibilities to someone trustworthy that is going to be a duplicate of myself, I can't take over the world with my mission. And as entrepreneurs, sometimes you feel like stopped, like, oh, but I wish I could just do this. But you can't because you only have 24 hours in a day. You're already doing a million things. And I personally get frustrated on why am I not already at the next level? Why am I not already fulfilling my dreams and my goals and the potential of Teami. So it's that practicing of patience and understanding that I need to focus on training trustworthy, dedicated team members to take over my roles and to train them. Like, it takes me like 6 months to train someone that's important to the brand, because they need to understand how I think, and they have to do the things as if I were doing them, and even do them better than I was doing them. There's so much time and energy spent being frustrated in the present of like, oh, well, we didn't hit our sales numbers this month, and wow, we were down this month. We didn't hit our goals, and I just had to let go of 5 people. And you get really deep and stuck into the today problems. Having a more long-term vision of like where we're going to go and keeping that at the forefront of my mind helps me come out of those states. There's just not one business that is going to be uptrending forever. Even Google and Apple and Amazon, they all had bad years. Yeah. You have to like persevere through that, and you have to be committed to know that you're going to be doing this business for 10 to 50 years. So I had to be like, wow, I was not treating my own business that way. And when I flipped that switch of like long-term, invest in your people, invest in your people, invest in your people, I was like able to have more freedom of thought because I understood business better.